Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and here I am about to clean about a 5-year-old apartment, and I've got some interesting and perhaps very valuable information, particularly for my Canadian carpet cleaner friends. And here's the story. The gentleman that caught me in here to look at this, we've known him for actually quite a number of years, 25 years, I guess. In fact, he was our building manager in the apartment we rented when we first moved from Penticton to Kelowna about 25 years ago, I guess. And so we got to know him, a really nice young guy, a little younger than me anyway. He manages 4 or 5 different apartment buildings. This is like the smallest one. As he was talking to me about, he's been having a problem. And what's happening is he's been getting the carpet steam cleaned because it's cheaper, and it's been about price and everything. And I get that, you know, they're charging him like a minimum is, I think it said the guy's 120 or 125 or whatever, whereas our minimum is 185. However, he's been noticing that when they get the carpet steam cleaned, they often don't turn out as well as he thinks they should, and he's had the guy come back, and other times the guy says, yeah, that's the best I can do, just replace the carpet and whatever. Just, you know, not a good attitude actually. And of course the issue is the methodology that's being used on the carpets, and the fact the guy doesn't pre-vacuum, and steam cleaning is just not going to cut it in the long run. And but anyway, he told me, you know, the problem that we're running into now is that it's getting incredibly expensive to replace the carpeting in these places. This place, he said, here we are, 2 rooms here. He says, I used to be able to replace this for $1,300 to $1,500. Last quote he got for this place, which wasn't too long ago, they said $4,500. That's a huge increase, and it's about to go up even more with the tariffs. He says he's been told that they expect increase of at least between 25 to 28% increase is going to happen within the next few months. And that means, boys and girls, that all of a sudden cleaning the carpet is an incredibly good value. So we need to really focus on providing the best possible cleaning that we can. And the SETT method, of course, is a better way to go about doing it, because we can clean the carpet and the carpets will stay clean longer. And yeah, this is actually, as he's talking, I was just thinking like, oh man, this is really good news for us carpet cleaners, because when people are looking at replacing, you know, 2 areas like this for, well, $4,500 to $5,500 or more, that's a huge expense. Whereas I can come in, I can clean it for under $200 for the same area. It's a no-brainer. I mean, clearly we've got a much better value added service here. So let's clean it. I vacuumed it all, of course, including the edges, and I pre-treated all these areas. There's actually quite a few spots, by the way. Pre-treated them with trigger sprayer, and we got there was a mat or something sitting here, so we have that to deal with. And, oh, I gotta turn on my valves. And away we go. And oh my goodness. Look at that. It's like a dirty eraser. You know, and with this methodology, you could just do such a phenomenal job. And by the way, I'm actually cleaning with my Von Schroeder blue label here on this job. And I don't know why this carpet has this weird ripply effect on it. You can actually feel it. I don't know why that's there. And neither did the building manager. It's a head scratcher. We don't know what's going on there. But look at that carpet clean. Oh yeah. Because he's finding that when he's been getting it steam clean, it just doesn't look great. It looks, you know, better obviously, but it's, you know, looking kind of dingy and blotchy, and the guy's leaving behind spots and stains that he really should be getting out. He just doesn't make the effort, I guess. And you know, we've really got a real value added service that we can provide for people now. So when people are calling to get the carpets cleaned, and they're and the option is to replace the carpet. Well, all of a sudden cleaning the carpet becomes at a much better value. And actually that would apply to the flooring too, because virtually everything that we're installing here in Canada is manufactured in the USA, and we're looking at these tariffs, the things coming in, it's just getting ridiculous. But that's good news for the carpet cleaner, because we can keep their carpets going for many, many more years. In fact, this carpet here, it's 5 years old. It can go another 10 years easily if it's cleaned properly. I mean, with the SETT method, you're not going to have the resoiling issues and wicking or anything like that. Stains will be coming out without a problem. You can see I'm using the two-step process, as you can see, which means I'm going over the carpet first with the Oxy-Dry fiber pad in this case. I figured that I wanted to do that because there are quite a few spots and stains here. They're mostly just small ones, but I want to have the maximum agitation to deal with those spots and stains, because the Oxy-Dry fiber pad works really, really well for that. So anyway, I just think, he's talking to me, and I was thinking, man, that's great news. And he has 4 buildings, and he's basically said, yeah, I'll be getting you guys to come in and do other units too now, because he's fed up with the steam cleaning, and he realizes it's just not the performance, giving the performance that he needs, especially now that they got to get the carpet to last. So this is all good news for us. Well, this is a very high denier count carpet. It's a commercial grade carpet, very good quality. So this will last for many, many, many years yet, if it's taken care of. But it does need to be power stretched. That actually might be the whole reason why it's got this sort of ripply effect. Because I can kick it with my foot and get a slack right in front of my toe. That means that it's really quite loose. But it looks like all these stains are coming out, just no problem at all. And then there's this weird looking mark over here where there was probably a mat or something, and it looks like that's disappeared. Look at that, eh? Okay, we're going to do a switch over to the Iron Man. That's definitely not centered. Try that again. Oh, that's okay. Oh my, look at that. Oh, that's just beautiful. Yeah, looking really good. There's a burn mark right there. And this cup is looking fantastic. Okay, we'll go to this other room. You know, I can't for the life of me find the switch for this light up here. It doesn't seem to exist. It's really weird. I've looked and looked and looked. I know it's not behind the fridge. It's just weird. And it's not this one. That's unless. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Not that one. Nope. Oh, it is. Oh, it's a delayed. There we go. That's the one. Okay. That's weird. I better turn it off. That doesn't look good. Okay. Kind of a weird mark right here. Something's been rubbing there, looks like. He was also, I was talking to him, he was saying that what he's finding that in the apartment, like the one where we used to live many years ago, that people are staying there for a long, long time now, because a lot of people, of course, they got into those buildings where the rent was $700-800 a month, and it goes up, I guess, every year or somewhat, but yeah, you want to stay. Once you're in a place like that, if you're paying that kind of rent, or well under $1,500, I guess, by the time over time, I'm sure they've gone up from that, but they're paying so much less than what you would typically pay in a new apartment now, because they're getting like $2,500 and $3,000 a month to rent a 2-bedroom apartment. It's just crazy. I don't know how people survive. Alright. Well, this one didn't have any marks in it to speak of. Just kind of a trail going on right here. Okay, we'll do a switch. Alrighty. Yeah, it's cleaning it very nicely. This is a minimum charge job. But he wants us back to do another unit upstairs, and it'll be about $350 for that one. Our minimum, by the way, is $185. The steam cleaner guy that was doing these units his minimum was $125. And he wouldn't have vacuumed ahead of time. And then he said, apparently he said, when the manager said, you know, I think this job you didn't turn out really well, can you come back and touch it up or whatever? And his response was, well, I did the best I could. You need to replace the carpet. You don't do that. You do not do that. Even if you end up determining that's what has to happen, you've got to go back and at least try and prove that you've done the best you can. But a lot of these guys, they just don't care. And in the end, that'll be the demise of your business. Okay. You can't operate your business like that. Let's have a look at the pad. See, not too bad. Okay, I'll let you go. I'm going to do the post vacuuming now with the Hoover, and then I'll be done. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.